to wait. He's gonna wait if you don't
That's
want to
like,
have
bro,
sex with
like
him
when I
for
read
2
that, I was
months.
like, is the first thing you're thinking about is, you know, giving the box up to see if he'll stay? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
because
that's
my
the
mom does
dumbest
that
mindset
shit.
to- yeah.
My mom spent her 20s and 30s going to the club doing that shit, bro, and it didn't fucking work. You know how many fucking guys bought me McDonald's at 2 in the morning and they were smashing my mom, and, like at 3 in the morning, like, bro,
crazy,
like that
dude.
didn't work.
Hell yeah, that's crazy.
I brought what you
That's a
asked
good man,
for.
though. Hey, hold on.
I brought what you asked.
Hold on. Hey, so I'll put it into perspective, right? In the sense that if I look at a girl,
That's a good
like,
man.
if I look at a girl who exposes herself too much, who is quote unquote a bottle girl, is OnlyFans, whatever the case is, my perception is, okay, she's gonna give it up easily. But if I see a girl who's low key, not showing too much, like, all right, this one I'm gonna have to work for a little bit more. It's not just gonna be 1 date or 2 dates. It might be 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? But look, there's some level of respect towards that. So I would say, again, if you show the certain qualities to what David was saying, you show yourself a certain way, you give off a perception of you're ready to be a housewife, then you deserve that.
Yeah.
But I feel like also if you show a different side of it, look, there's a lot of attractive women out there who are bottle girls, who are, OnlyFans girls and all that. But am I going to take them serious? Probably not, man.
Probably not.
I don't know. Probably not. Nigga,
Hey,
like
the-
straight
the-
up.
The Carfax matter.
Yeah, no, hell yeah. Straight up.
Carfax matter,
Straight
man.
up. That shit might be already a new motor and
Yeah,
shit.
they
Yeah.
might have already done flipped.
Extended
Yeah,
warranty.
yeah, new
Yeah.
engine. 100%. Trying to wipe out the miles. Yeah, no, I feel that.
They try to
So,
she's a reborn virgin. Trying to-
hey, look,
Gotta
man,
wipe out the
look.
miles.
I don't. So again, right? Like you have to give off a certain perception because nowadays the way you meet people is through social media. So again, it's a resume. A lot of people think it's not. It really is. The way you show yourself on Instagram, that's how people are going to take you.
Yeah.
So if you look easy, you're going to be, you know what I'm saying? That's the perception they're getting of you. You look easy. If you look like you're going to be a tough catch, they're going to stick around a little bit longer. Because they see the value
thing
in
about
you.
what you're saying there is just crazy, and women don't really realize how important perspective actually is, and just being genuine with yourself is because they'll come on here and they speak this highly of themselves, and then all this stuff happens in the background, right? Which is the reality.
Yeah.
But if they were just true with themselves and said, "Hey, I have slept around a little bit, this and that," the
If
more
you
genuine,
tell me that,
the more genuine,
yeah,
genuine you
the
are,
more I respect
now
you.
I know where I'm getting with you, and I don't have
Yeah.
to figure all this out because you're lying here. But if I actually took you on a date and talked to you and asked you questions, now you're already going to tell me all the answers that I figured out that you were lying.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
now it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna figure it out regardless. So
I
it's just,
might want to try to save you.
yeah, why try to blow it out of proportion and say you're this and say you're that? Just be honest with yourself. That's it. Just be honest with yourself, and then other people will be honest with you and take you serious and give you more respect, like you said. But when you want to lie and say you're doing this and doing that, it's just like, bro, a good example is like we said, women are always like, oh, well, I'll do what I need to do when the right man comes along. Well, the right man's never going to come along because you're never doing what you need to do for the right man to come into your life.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Like, it's literally not. Like, this girl, she was like, I want to find me a God-fearing man. I was like, well, the only way you're going to find a God-fearing man is you got to go be God-fearing first. If you're God-fearing first, that man will come into your life. But until then, that God-fearing man is never going to come into your life because you're not in the situation.
You know, the funny thing about that is that the women who say that usually come off as dominant in a sense where if you're going to be with a God-fearing man, so to speak, they're going to, I mean, it's obviously, God, man, woman, kid.
Yes.
And they're not going to respect the dynamic
That's
no
the
matter
chain of
what.
command.
But then they want to be like, oh, but then they have to get it out of me. Like, bruh, no, you should be wanting to put yourself in that position without saying, oh, they need to do the work and do this and that. Like,
the problem with those kind of girls that think like, oh, they got to do it, they got to get it out of me. No, the problem is they haven't met somebody they're truly attracted to. Because any woman who's been out like that, and again, I'm not saying that even if you have been, you can't be turned into a housewife. Absolutely, you can. You can you can be reprogrammed 100%. Look, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because a lot of the, let's say, bottle girls, for example, even strippers, dude, they're the most like
Colombia.
they're the most. Oh yeah, that too. Nah, they're the most. How would I say? They have nothing to lose in the sense of like, look, they already know what they do for work. People know what they do for work, so they're actually the most genuine people there is right now. And I'm talking about strippers, right? Because straight up. But and you'll find a lot of the feminine side in them too.
Well,
and
you
so,
say that too, but man, the strippers don't want to let you know that they be giving the box up.
Well, that's
They'll
one
just
thing
be like, "Yo, I'm
for
just
sure.
shaking. I'm just shaking it." But no, really, they still be giving the box up. They don't want you to know that though.
Yeah.
They don't want you to know they ran through.
Yeah.
Reality is like I could tell you are just because you're a stripper.
I
but
feel like
they're
at a
gonna
certain
always-
point, when you're going down that road, it's kind of hard to turn back in a sense.